Hey guys, VideoJames, and this is going to be my how to use Salamence video like I promised. And this video is probably going to be a little bit quieter because I'm in my room recording it, and for some reason the sound seems to echo a lot worse in here. So anyway, when we look at Salamence, he's just basic dragon flying. Basic thing we've seen since Rayquaza. He's got the 4 times weakness to ice, weakness to rock, dragon, and fairy. And the fairy weakness, even though it is very recently new, is very OP still. And he's got one of the best abilities, which is Moxie, even though I think Smogon made a rule against Moxie, didn't it? Like, I think it made it last year. There was a rule that you couldn't use Moxie in, like, tournaments and stuff like that. I don't know, but anyway. When you go to Salamence Stats, you got the basic attacker there. 135 in the attack, 110 in the special attack, so you're basically not bad in either of them. A 100 base speed, that's going to be covering up a lot if you're using a Dragon Dance or a Scarf. And the defense is not completely frail. The HP keeps him alive for a while, so Salamence is going to last a while, depending on how you use him. And then when we look at Mega Salamence, that's just even more power-ups and more attack. Because he's got the Aerialte, increase power of normal type moves by 30% and make him flying, so basically pixelate on a Salamence. And then he's got a base 700 stats with that 145 attack, and 120 special attack, 120 speed, that's going to be covering a lot of stuff. You almost can outspeed a Greninja. Actually, I think you can outspeed a Greninja if you're running a speedy Salamence in Mega form. And again, as with all Megas, the HP didn't get boosted, but we do have a boost in the defense and the special defense, making him a slight bit more, how shall we say, able to stay around. And then when we look at Teambuilder, and I've already got him loaded up here, we've got basic Salamence teams. So the first set is basically just a Revenger Salamence. Basically, you send him in, he revenges whatever you can. And he's not one you want to try and... Because, like, this is a Salamence that, like, you want to get it in on, like, it's got the Moxie ability, so it's got the Life Orb and the Moxie ability, so it's going to be able to take out at least 1 or 2 weak Pokemon. But the reason this guy's a Revenger is because you can send him in with a Draco Meteor and get his Moxie to kick off. And then because Draco Meteor lowers the special attack, you'll still be good with your physical attacks. So you just give him physical attacks like Dragon Claw, Rock Slide, Steel Wing, or Earthquake to back up the Draco Meteor, and you can basically just wall out. With a Life Orb, you're going to be taking down a lot of Pokemon. But then when we look into the stats, we've got 80 attack, bringing it up to 326, so that's very good. I think that's actually better than a non-modest, non-Life Orb Greninja. And then when we look at the special attack, brings it up to an even 300, so you're not going to be dying from a lot of 300. And then you've just got the 252 boosted speed with the naive nature, and that's another reason I hate this set, is because I don't like the natures that lower your defense. They just seem like they're completely crippling you to me. But you give him that naive nature, he gets the extra speed, and he gets base 328 speed. That's going to be covering up a lot. I think that outspeeds a non-speed oriented Charizard. But anyway, that's a Revenger Salamence, and then you move on to the Taking a Hit Salamence. And the reason this one takes a hit is because it is basically meant to wall out. Because we've got the Assault Vest on him, so that boosts up his special defense, bringing it up to about, around 270 on the special defense, and just give him a, what nature is that? Give him an Impish nature, boost up his defense a little more, and then just put the rest in attack and speed, and just try and speed and take down all your opponent's Pokemon. And then we give him the Assault Vest, of course, to boost his special, still get the Moxie ability, and then we just try and completely wreck with Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Zen Headbutt. Rock Slide and Zen Headbutt, you get the 20% chance for a flinch. So you can basically just hit them and hope they flinch, and you'll be able to live around a little longer. But again, you're not going to be outspeeding a lot, like you're not going to be outspeeding a Greninja. But since it is frail, if you can actually survive a hit, you won't be going down that easy. And since you've got the Assault Vest, it ain't going to be able to shoot you down with an Ice Beam that easy. That's the reason this is my favorite, like, normal Salamence set, is because it walls out to Ice and Moonblast and all that. It can survive at least 1 or 2 hits. That's what Salamence is. He's a 1 or 2 hit Pokemon, and then he goes down. So then this is the setup Salamence, and this is basically just Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and Rock Slide. Same set as always. That's another thing, is Salamence uses basically the same set throughout all of its things, except for the Mega Set. The Mega Set I run a little differently, because it has a special feature, which is the Aerialte ability. But for this one, you give him 252 in the HP, and just give him completely maxed out attack with the Adamant Nature. And then you give him Focus Sash, so he can get the Dragon Dance, and since he's already got a base 100 speed, that's going to be getting him up pretty high. A base 100 boosting out of that, that's going to get him to at least 340. So he's going to be outspeeding a lot, and with a Focus Sash, you'll be able to take an Ice Beam to the face. And then you can just knock out with Dragon Claw, Earthquake, or Rock Slide. But again, like I said, you're not going to be outspeeding a Greninja. Greninja is going to outspeed Salamence a lot. Unless you're, like, speed-orienting him, he's not going to go down without going slow. Ah, what just happened? Okay, can you stop glitching out? Thank you. What are you? What is going on with Showdown right now? Stop it! Alright, I'll have to fix my Greninja later. God dang it. Okay, let me refresh this page real quick. That's another reason I hate Showdown, is because it does that glitch. I hate when that happens, just because it makes you lose everything. And if you're in the middle of doing something important, god dang it, it did get rid of everything. Alright, hang on, give me a second. Alright. And then you basically just move on to the Mega Salamence. There is a good reason that Mega Salamence can be good, and that's because he can basically wall out with a few hits. And the moveset for this one is HyperVoice, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, and Rock Slide. And if you don't know what HyperVoice is, it is a normal move with 90 base power and 100 base accuracy, and it hits multiple people. And what it does is, this move is used a lot, it's common on like Sylveon and Salamence stats, just because of abilities like Aerialate and Pixelate. Because they convert that move to whatever type it's saying, like for Aerialate, it changes whatever normal move you're using to a flying type move. And Pixelate does the same thing, but it does it to Fairy. So you set up with a Dragon Dance with a Mega Salamence, and with this set you want it to be 252 in the attack. I wish I could put in 300, but 300 just ain't happening. So anyway, you put the 252 in the attack and the HP. Again, wall out with that attack, just because with a Mega Salamence, you're going to be taking down a lot of Pokemon if you can get off that one Dragon Dance. And then you just get the bonus from Hyper Voice. You get the Stab and you get the Aerialate bonus. That's why Aerialate and Pixelate are two of the best moves, is because they give a 0.3 bonus along with the Stab bonus. Because usually when you have moves like, or not moves, when you have abilities like Aerialate and Pixelate, they kind of go to match your Pokemon's typing. And since Mega Salamence keeps the flying typing, that works out extremely well with it. Just amazingly. And again, you're not going to be outspeeding a Greninja with a Mega Salamence unless you're putting the speed investment in. I mean, really, unless you're putting the investment into speed and not attack, that's the only way I would run a Salamence with speed investment instead. But anyway, that's how you use Salamence, and that's basically the best ways to use him. Because I didn't really have any Salamence stats and Salamence sets, because he's not a Pokemon I usually use, but I did have some loaded on another thing that I had, an old flash drive. So I emailed those to myself, because I had them from about a year back, when I used to be able to really focus on Pokemon. And I emailed these to me, so hopefully you guys like these sets. I know some of you will like them, because I know one person who really likes using Salamence. But I'm going to leave this video here, so if you guys liked it, slap the like button as always, and I will see you guys later.